You fools must all have a death wish. Witness this invincible battleship built by the hands of a genius. Its power unmatched throughout the universe.
All right, Eggman. Let's get this party started.
Ho Welcome, folks. My name is Sony, and welcome to Part 7 of Sonic Heroes. Absolutely do not fall, because we are a billion bajillion feet above the ground. And this is the last part of Team Sonic. We are at the last stretch. We're almost there. And it won't take too long, and I forgot a power core. So, to be quite honest, yeah, it might be a bit glaring that suddenly we're in a mansion and now we're in the sky. Well, it's a cartoon. Who cares? Anyways, we are here above Eggman's battleship, a bunch of armadas in the sky, and we are at exhilarating heights, just like in Sonic Adventure 2 when we were about at the height of the space colony arc. But this time we are just at above the atmosphere, and they're somehow still breathing, but you know, they could breathe otherwise as well. I don't know. Anthropomorphic animals have some kind of immunity to lack of oxygen. Maybe they like store oxygen somewhere whenever they leave the atmosphere. But the same with Eggman. How does he survive up here? He's a human, isn't he? Anywho, you have to be really careful with your step. Do not slide off the battleships like I have done many times. And oh, here is a new enemy type. These bastards have shields, and they will start to protect themselves every time you hit them a few times. So always try and wait for when they charge up their laser. And no 2011 memes. Oh my gosh, I'm deleting your comment if you do that. But wait for them to fire up their laser and you are good to go. Indeed, please listen to them, because if you don't dodge, if you don't go down or up as they say, then you'll get hit and you'll be flying to the ground just like Shadow did. And who knows, you'll probably survive because that bastard did too. You know. And welcome. I think this battleship is supposed to be one of those like swordfish or something. Either a dolphin or a swordfish. I could never really tell. But this is the great ship that that's like the middle point. So we're already halfway through the stage, you can say. And yes, we have cannons here, just like the ghosts in the previous part. These don't count as points, I believe, nor do they give any kind of health pickups. Or, my mistake, power pickups. But they do shoot at you and try to kill you, so that's why you gotta take them out sometimes. Not always, you can easily just ignore them. Use Rocket Excel or just cheese your way through it. And these three woodland creatures have blown the fucking top off that ship. Halfway point, let's go! Now we begin the second half, which is pretty identical to the first, but a bit more haphazard. I say that by pointing at all the fans and more cannons and slippery slopes. I took no chances. I fell down probably 3 times, 4 times when doing test runs of the stage, and it was not fun because I was screaming at the top of my lungs. And my neighbors heard me, and they weren't too happy. Speaking of which, sorry for not being here the past few days. I just clipped through that fan. Sorry for not being here these past few days. I was actually out camping, I think. I don't know if you'd call it camping. We stayed at a motel, slept in hammocks and all that stuff. You know, summer activities. But My summer vacation has officially started. And now it's going to officially end very soon because, summer school kills me. But I made some new friends. They don't play video games, but I made some new friends. And, fuck you! And, it was nice. We went to this place called Dunville. And, we stayed in a nice little cottage. The toilet didn't work, so, we had to use other rooms, and, a bit of a trouble, but, you know, it's all good. Here we're at the second stage of going up and down. Do not move here. Do not move here. Because if you go up or down, you will get shot and then you will be falling. Indeed. You get little pickups like rings and stuff. Someone placed them there. You can also get off on those ships. But I also didn't mention one thing. Is that, oh my gosh, do I love the ambience in the stage. The absolute thrill of being so far up in the sky that, like, you can see the clouds and everything. I know it's an MPEG and whatever, but, I mean, just an image. But it's so nice. I used to, when I was a bit younger, I used to look down at the ground, at the smaller ships, and I'd try to get on them. Even though they're really far, I thought that maybe, hey, I can glitch, and maybe I can reach one of the little big shark ships down there. Because it looked so cool. And it just, it's so nice. I actually would prefer this to the next one, but the next one, I will say, is more, the next stage, I mean, is more theme appropriate, because it's a lot darker. As you would expect from this game. Not really dark, but like, this game is the cheesiest fucking thing in the world. But, yeah, the next stage is a bit darker, a lot harder. I had to start a lot of times, and that's surprising because I can usually A-rank stage. But, you know, I was trying to get that guy to, like, shoot a laser at me, but no. He can't be that way, so I start fumbling around like an idiot, but, as I was saying, the next stage is a lot darker, and, by darker, I literally mean darker. Like, you can't see shit, and you get hit by a lot of stuff, and that stuff is not very fun, but hey, the practice makes perfect, so keep at it, you guys. I was not supposed to make that. And we end off in the sky, somehow frozen. But that was Egg Fleet, the coolest fucking stage ever. Beautiful. Indeed it was. And we fly into the sky, and for some reason we wait until dark. Or until a really bad thunderstorm to go to the next stage, which is Final Fortress. Stage 14, folks. We made it this far. And we have 3 more teams to go. Woohoo, destroy the flagship's core. Loading. But another thing I didn't really mention was that I really like how some of the stages, like most games, or most Sonic games at least, incorporate a bit of a mini mission that, despite it being going from point A to B, it still feels like you're accomplishing the mission, like at the bottom of the screen. And welcome to the final stage of the Team Sonic Let's Play, and this will be the final stage for all the teams. So be prepared to see this a few more times. You can actually, while I wasn't able to do it this time, you can actually make it pull the switch behind the big robot, hammer robot. I don't know what those guys are called. I need to search it up. You can actually find a switch behind the hammer robot that will activate the light ring, or like ring dash, the thing that Sonic does. Light speed dash. Yeah, Lightspeed Dash. You can activate the Lightspeed Dash and you can make a nice little shortcut. Alright, he does got it. And we are here... Uh-oh. We are here because we are not going to deal with that big helmeted guy. Because I never deal with him. Just fuck it. Fuck it all. And this part is a bit finicky, if I do say so myself. But as long as you don't move, do not move, let it fling you, you will land on the rail. And the tornado jump is something you'll need to learn within the next few seconds, because the next few set pieces involve it, like right here. Surprisingly, the poles don't hurt. Even though they're going at really high speeds, it just only the balls are lethal. Lethal balls. That's something I didn't expect to say today. And this is all animated, automated, so don't worry about it. This is a nice little shortcut. If you don't want to go on the lower route, just get that one up, and then hopscotch thing your way, triangle jump your way. And these guys have a beefier health bar, and I almost fell off there. These guys have a beefier health bar, but they're relatively the same. They might turn into a little squarish ball, so just be wary of that. What I didn't mention about these guys is that they hold up the shield, and no matter what you do, you cannot take away that shield. So just give it a few seconds and he'll put it down, don't worry, okay? They're stupid for doing that because hey, I'm right there. Might as well like hold it up and then attack me. But you know, Eggman's robots can be defective. Who am I to judge? I'm an engineering student, but I can't do shit. And look at that sky. It's all menacing and dark. Ooh, be careful. Don't go into those rainbow loops. What do you call it? What do you kids call it? Fruit loops? I missed that one. But don't jump into the Fruit Loops on the rails. They will glitch you and you will die like I did many times. And if you don't manage to make that tornado jump, you'll have to fight this guy. It sucks. But that's the thing with this stage. If you miss some jumps, or if you end up going the longer way, then you end up going the longer way. You really gotta work. You really gotta work to pull off those shortcuts. And when you do, you feel like a badass. You own this fortress. Even if it may be the final fortress, you own it. But there's no switch. You have to activate it by hitting that little plate thingy. And then... okay. I wasn't gonna make it. That was a glitch. I was not supposed to go through that laser. But yeah, the stage is going on. We're about halfway through, I could say. When we went up on that switch that flung us into the air and onto the rails, that was about the halfway point. So it feels a lot longer than the previous stage, probably because it is. But it's the last stage, so I expect a lot of difficulty. Or some difficulty. It's always best if you take out the cannons and then go hit the switch, because you don't want 50 million cannons chasing after your ass. That's Tails' attack. Okay. You guys have seen that fucking stunt. Oh. Mr. Cameraman, I hope you're okay. I hope you took your seizure medicine. Okay. Sorry about that joke. What I was saying is that, yeah, you've seen that little glitch before. I don't know, it might just be the PC version. I haven't ever seen it on the PS2 version, And surprising because everyone says it's the worst fucking version of the game. And you know, probably, but like I never found that big of a problem other than, you know, the saving glitch where it never saved my progress. It didn't detect the memory card. The 5 memory cards we had to like buy over and over and over again. And none of them worked. None of them. It still said continue without saving, even though I had a goddamn memory card in there. Skip those guys at the bottom. Just fly all the way back to the left. I was about to say right, but then I remembered. Ow. Yeah, no, you will find me never fighting these guys. I mentioned this before, but I cheese my way throughout this. Just Team Blast. It's not worth the effort. Just cheese it. Please. The non-helmeted ones are no threat at all. Especially with the leveled up Knuckles, they are so easy. Like, look at that. Always pick up power cores, because even if your character is leveled up to the max, you can still benefit from taking extra ones. Because they still bring up your points by like either 1,000 or 500, I forgot. Indeed, there is more. So save one Team Blast for the ending. And this is the last time we do Team Blast with Team Sonic. Indeed. But we are reaching the end of the stage. Let's wrap things up, but not without a finale. Piece of cake. Hoo-hoo. That's pretty cocky of you, Sonic. You might think this is just a remade version, but no, it is harder. So use Tails, or if you're feeling a bit badassy, a bit ballsy, then use Sonic. The middle one will always light up, then that side, and then I think the left side, yep. But you'll be fine in the middle for the next time. Now this... Get up, 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 get up. Ah, I made it with 0 rings. But will I prevail? You shall see. Dead end, so always keep hopping to the left as soon as you get the chance. Keep hopping, keep hopping, keep going. Keep going. You can afford to stay on there for the last. Now, if you go fast enough, you'll avoid the gigantic fuck you laser that shoots out of Eggman's eye. And before you know it, you blow up his eye and his entire face. And then you are at the ending. Indeed, that is it. That is the last stage of Team Sonic. A rank?
Too easy.
Bitch. I don't deserve that, you cucks. Cucklord. Cuckold? Cucklord. No, that's what you call an Ezion. Cuckold, as in Shakespearean.
You won't get away. Give it up. This looks like checkmate, Doctor.
Enough of this! Sonic, Tails, Knuckles! Time to meet your maker! I'll show you what real evil is!
Oh my gosh, what a badass robot. Oh my god. Okay, so we are at the final boss of Team Sonic. This guy is one badass motherfucker. He does these little swipe attacks horizontally and vertically. You gotta make sure you're not using Tails for the horizontal ones and Sonic for the vertical ones. Now what I do is I always get the first power core for Tails and then the second power core from the balloon. You won't find Sonic's second power core until I think after this part, that little red balloon in the distance. So what I do instead is that you can always get him right here if you just cheese it with Tails. Don't even care about the cannons, they take too much time. Just keep firing, and you are set to go. Just avoid the little arrows and like missiles and all that stuff. Just avoid it. On a side note, I accidentally said Shakespearean instead of Shakespearean. And one last team blast for Team Sonic. Boom. Indeed. And if you can't reach him, well, chase after the fucker. Yeah, I forgot. You can always restart. There's no such penalty other than losing a life. I actually forgot that I restarted. So you get to watch the fight all over again because I forgot to mention a few things. If you fall behind with this enemy, then he will charge at you. It doesn't matter where you are. Like, I swear to God, when I was little, this boss fight terrified the fuck out of me. The absolute living fuck out of me. Because whenever I fall behind, get like slowed down by a missile or something like that, like one of his own concoctions, he comes with a charge! And then he comes to like kill me. That was a bad charge. Charge! And then he comes to kill me. But it is terrifying. So always make sure you keep up. But I have to bring attention to the fucking amazing music. Please just search up the soundtrack. I swear to God, you will not regret it. You will not regret it. And the final actual last team blast from Team Sonic. I promise. And now they die being squished by Eggman's machine. What a badass boss fight. What a badass boss fight. Do.
Great party, Eggman.
Indeed. I loved it. And time for the final cutscene of Team Sonic.
Boy, talk about cutting it close.
Not really.
Come on, tell me you weren't scared. If it wasn't for us, you wouldn't have had a chance.
Well, maybe you're right. Thanks, Knuckles. You too, Tails. Later, guys. I'm out of here.
Alright guys, so this is the end of the Team Sonic Let's Play. It has been an absolute blast playing with you guys, and I'm sorry for my hushed voice. I have to be a bit quiet because my mom's doing some prayers. But it's been an absolute pleasure playing this. It's been an absolute fucking blast. I've never had so much fun playing this one game than I have like playing any other game. And that might be a bit of an exaggeration, and yeah, it might be just my nostalgia, my attachment to this game that really drives me to it. But it has such a charm. Team Sonic's story has always drawn me in as the most straightforward, simplistic game style that's just straight to the point. We're gonna kick Eggman's ass and save the day and ruin his plans because I'm Sonic, you're Knuckles, and he's Tails, and we're Sonic heroes. So let's fucking do this. And that's what Sonic's all about, you know? He's always stopped bad guys from, you know, taking over the world, especially Eggman, and why won't he take this chance? He's openly inviting him, like, hey, come ruin my plans within 3 days. So Sonic takes it like a champ. He doesn't know what's really going on. Hoo-hoo. He doesn't really know what's going on, but but he has a good time along the way. He has a sense of motivation and pressure, and it's such a charming little story that's very simplistic, very cheesy, has some flaws, but overall, Team Sonic has always been like what I strived for. Like whenever I would pick up the game, it's Team Sonic or Team Chaotix or Team Rose or Team Dark. Team Dark the least because it was too hard for me. It was actually too hard for me as a kid. But every time I came to the last cutscene, it gave me such chills and such like strong emotions. Like, yeah, I beat the game. Oh my god, Mom, look, I beat the game. It's all over. But it's been such a thrill ride. Thank you guys so much for joining. We will definitely have more to come. Team Chaotix is next, so please, please, please stay tuned. Love you guys. It just skips it. I don't know why it does that, but hey, you know. But yes, that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day, my folks. Thanks, y'all.